Hello, students. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of a lesson on today's assignments. We're doing 8.8 volume and surface area of composite figures. All right. You've got a mid-chapter checkpoint from those lessons that I've assigned you earlier this week, just to see where you're at on that. I have not had a chance to record any other videos. This is my first one as far as academics go, but I'm going to try really hard to get you videos for the other 4 lessons by the end of the week. Okay? No promises, but I'm going to do my best. All right. I only have 15 minutes at a time to record, so let's get moving. Your homework assignments, if you have your book, is page 650 and page 693. Those are the 2 pages that you're doing this week. I'm going to go over how to do page 693 today, and then you'll need to go back and watch some of the videos I hopefully get uploaded later on this week for your mid-chapter checkpoint. As far as circumference, area of circles, area of composite figures, and volume of prisms go. I'm going to try to get those out to you the best I can. Things have been really busy here trying to get stuff ready for my daughter's learning how to go to school online, as well as myself learning how to be a teacher online. So if you're looking for the volume of a composite figure, this is the PowerPoint that I would be showing you at school. So let's go over it. Your first step would be find the volume of each prism. So you need to divide this figure into different figures. So here you have a cube, and then you have a rectangular prism here. So your rectangular prism is 16 inches by 8 inches. And it's 6 inches this way. And then your cube that's left over, you need to say 16 divided by 8 is 2. So 16 minus 8 is 8. So your cube is 8 by 8, and then it's 6 inches deep. So I guess it's not quite a cube because it's not the same all the way around, but there you have it. So you're going to find the volume of each of those 2 prisms. There's one prism. Volume is length times width times height. So you're going to say 8 times 6 times 16, because you have 16 here and you have 8 here and 6 going this way. So 8 times 6 times 16. Your answer there is 768. Then you're going to find the volume of this little chunk right here, which is, again, volume and length times width times height. Please excuse my dog barking. So that's 8 times 6 times 8, which is equal to 384. All right. Then you're going to add the volume of this plus the volume of this. The volume is 768 plus 384, or 1,152 cubic inches. Okay? Now, we're going to do it again. This one's a little different because it's got a triangular prism at the top. Find the volume of the cube and the pyramid. Round to the nearest tenth. Here's your cube. Cube volume is length times width times height. That's 8 times 8 times 8, or 512. You have your measures right here. 8 times 8 times 8. That's where I got that from. To find the volume of a pyramid, or a rectangular, or a triangular prism, excuse me, you're going to multiply the base times the height and take 1/3 of that. So 1/3 of 8 times 8, okay, times 5, because your height, okay? Now, your base is 8 times 8, your height is 5. So 1/3 of 8 times 8 times 5. Once you do that, we know that we've talked about in math. It's 8 times 8 times 5, and then divide that by 3, and that gives you 1/3 of it, okay? So the total is 106.7. Then again, you're going to add these 2 together. Add your 2 answers together. The volume is 512 plus 106.7, or 618.7 cubic feet. Let's look at another one. Here, this looks more like the first one that we did. Just remember, if it's a triangle, you got to take 1/3 of it, just like when we were trying to find, in the last chapter, we were trying to find the area of a triangle, and it was 1/3 base times height because it's half of a square. The surface is made up of 3 different polygons in this one. You have 3 different ones. Here you go. Area is length times width plus length times width. So your area is 8 times 16 plus 8 times 8. All right. Now, 8 times 16 plus 8 times 8. 8 times 16 is 128 plus 8 times 8 is 64. So 128 plus 64, or 192. Then here you have your area is length times width. Length times width is 6 times 16. So your area of this piece right here is 96. This piece right here, you have length times width, 6 times 8 is 48. So you've got all of your magic numbers now. The total surface area is 2 times 192, because you have 2 sides that are this, plus 2 times 96, because you have 2 sides that are this, and 4 times 48, because you actually have 4 sides that are this length right here. Okay? The total surface area is 2 times 192 plus 2 times 96 plus 4 times 48, or 768 square inches. That one's a little difficult. You can pause this. You can look at the screen as much as you need to take notes or study it however you're doing it at home. We all have our own ways. We're all learning as we go. If you come up with anything that works for you, please let me know if you think that I can do something different. Okay? We're going to do one more. Find the surface area of this figure. Got to have another pyramid in here. Figure is made up of 2 different polygons. You've got a cube and a pyramid. Excuse my daughter. So your square, length times width, is 8 times 8, or 64. Your triangle is 6.4 feet high and 8 feet long. So you have half of your base times height. That's what I told you that we already knew how to do. So your area is 1/2 of 8 times 6.4, or 25.6. Again, you could just put the line here and then put a 2 under here. That way you know you're just dividing it by 2 once you get 8 times 6.4. The total surface area is 5 times 64 plus 4 times 25.6, or 422.4 square feet. The reason why you have 5 here and 4 here is because you're counting how many sides you need to come up with for area. You're counting all of the sides of that cube and all of the sides of that triangle. There are 4 sides in this triangle, and there are 5 sides here. There's 4 going around plus 1 on the bottom. The one on the middle, I don't care. The one on the middle is right here. There's nothing there. It's hollow. So there's not a side on top of the square. And that is why you only have 5 sides instead of 6, like we think of when we think of a cube. Okay? Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. Please, please, please let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you further. I'm just trying to get this information out to you guys the best ways that I know how, and I'm coming up with new stuff all the time. But this is a learning process for your teachers as well as for you guys. I will have an office hours tomorrow for each separate class for you to jump in and talk to me. I can't do them all at the same time. It won't let me on Teams. So I will have that available for you guys tomorrow. All right? If you need it. If you don't, I'm not just going to Sit around if I'm not needed. So if you don't see me on there, but it's because that time doesn't work for you, please reach out to me and let me know that you do need help, but you couldn't come at that time for whatever reason. Okay? You guys have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Again, I told you guys I'm going to try to keep office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays for you all to ask me questions. Eventually, I'm hoping that they'll be the same time for every class. But again, it's a learning process, and I'm trying to get used to everything without crashing my internet here with my girls getting online for their schools as well. All right. You guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.